Man, I remember the days we used to win championships. We really used to win championships. A long, long time ago. And I'm gonna tell you something. When we was winning under Joe Gibbs, I know it's a long time ago. Foggy memory on that now. But there was a time when we had rabid fan base in the stands. There were a time when we were the cream of the crop in the NFC East, in the NFC period, in the NFL. We were those elite teams that people see now. Those days are long gone, and this rebuild has been God, just an internal rebuild. I've seen the Buffalo Bills come up. I've seen the LA Rams come up a couple of times. I've seen the Atlanta Falcons come up and go to the Super Bowl. I've seen the Cincinnati come up a few times and go to the Super Bowl. I've seen Dallas come up multiple times. I've seen Green Bay been steady, but they did come up. They've been steady since they had two franchise quarterbacks. I've seen the Giants come up multiple times. I've seen Philly come up multiple times. I've seen the Chargers come up. Pittsburgh has always been steady. I've seen Baltimore, who's always been steady since they moved to Baltimore. I've seen Cleveland come up from the annals of the ocean and come up. uh, I've seen Miami making a resurgence, looking like they're pretty good. I say all this to say, it's this is the longest rebuild that I've ever experienced a team having. I've seen the New Orleans Saints come up. I've seen the Carolina Panthers come up. I've seen the Jacksonville Jaguars come up, and they're coming up now. But yet, we've been on the same downtrodden trajectory for over, oh God, we're coming up on 30 years or so. As a Washington fan, we're going to be loyal. The ones who left, and the ones that they just said they can't do it no more, they can't give Snyder any more money and everything. I get all that, but I'm built different. I'm built for the long haul. I never thought this long haul would be as much as it is now. I mean, look at all the quarterbacks we had: the Heath Schulers, the Gus Frerots, the Kevin Conklins, the gosh, we saw Rippon when he went bad. I mean, it's so many. The Jason Campbells, the John Becks, the Sexy Rexy Grossman, and a plethora of quarterbacks. We just can't seem to get it right. A plethora of coaches. I've seen legendary coaches. I've seen Gibbs return. I mean, now that I look at Gibbs' second return, it's legendary in itself. I mean, it's legendary in itself considering the owner that he had to deal with. Dan Snyder will always keep this team underachieving. It's just, it's just the aura that he's built. And FedEx Field's been a house of horror since we've been in there. I don't know what to say. Yesterday's game, Ron said the young guys, they get in there to get an opportunity to play, and we have to kind of deal with what they're dealing with. But, man, you can't experiment now. I thought we would get off to a hot start. People were talking about 12 games, 11 games. I thought that was just, a reach. But God bless them if they think this team could win it based on the schedule. That's why I don't ever do schedule. I don't ever look at the schedule and project wins and losses because we're not that type of team that we can do that. We're happy if we can scratch out a victory. We have an offense that's improved, but I don't know if we have the right coaches that are in place. I don't think we'll ever have the right coaches in place with Dan Snyder being the owner, unless we get. You'll always have someone willing to coach, willing to think that they can change this thing around and get this team in the right direction. You'll always have those guys, a young, hot assistant that believes in himself, that believes in his offense. He'll try to take on that task, and then Dan Snyder will meddle. He'll try to control the coach. He won't give the coach any power, to at least be involved with the decision makings of selecting players that meet his scheme. Ron Rivera, this is a coach-centric organization. Ron Rivera has made some questionable moves, some questionable decisions. I'm still in the whip. I'm still in the whip. I haven't said pull over yet, but it's getting harder and harder knowing that the outcome is not going to be pleasant. And you see the same thing over and over again. Now, I got to give Jack Del Rio some props. The defense did play pretty well. They just got tired, man. You know, when your offense is 3 and out, 9 sacks, it's abysmal. 9 sacks, offensive line. Now, some of that could be on Carson, holding the ball on too long or just not trusting what he see out there and not letting the ball just rip. But we got to get in sync, man. We got to get in sync. These 6, 7 yard drops, 5, 7 yard drops, this running out of the shotgun, I don't really like that. These wide receiver screens and the plays are taking too long to develop, I guess. But it's a combination. It's a combination. I thought the fans who came out showed up and did pretty well. I think they were in the game. Obviously, the Eagles, this is the link south right now for them. So, you know, this is on the East Coast. You expect that. It'll be like that when Cowboys come and the Giants come. But it's just, you know, this is where we are, man. Some of the fan bases just bailed. They don't see any hope. And when you don't have hope, you know, it doesn't make a pleasant Sunday afternoon. But I stuck in there and watched the game, trying to see if I can get something, you know, inspirational. But it just wasn't there. So I rambled long enough. Please like the video, share the video, leave a comment, show your frustration, vent. It's okay. It's Misery Monday. And we'll do it again down in Big D next week. Take care.